If you've been given that super fun diagnosis of having colon cancer, like I have, then in this video I want to just review with you what to expect when it comes to the chemotherapy part of the colon cancer treatment. So let's get started. So a couple months ago I was diagnosed with colon cancer, and I'm going through the chemotherapy process right now. I'm on treatment number 5 of 6. So I just want to kind of show you all the things that you can expect to go through if you're going to go through chemotherapy yourself. And then I'm going to give an update on my own situation. So this is the room that we use. And we go in here, and there's this little device that they use to administer the poison. Nice little comfy room. Give you warm towels, warm blankets if you need them, and just sit here and get injected. So we're on treatment number 5 of 6. So we're almost done. We're way over the hump here. So again, we get this all attached. I should have took a picture of the needle and stuff so you can see what that looks like, but basically they put this thing plums and then everything attaches to this, and they can swap out without bleeding you out, and they can swap out the different plumbing that they need to swap out. And so here's the plumbing tree. Right now there's just one pump and a few bags up there, but right now we're getting the pre-treatment. So they put in the steroids, etc., before they put in the medication. And you should always remember to bring your moral support. Okay, so part of the process is they wheel this big cart over here with a bunch of information. Every time we do anything, they ask me my name and birth date, I guess to confirm that we're given the right medicine to the right human. And then, it's very interesting that the apparent either toxicity or whatever of the chemicals that I'm being given requires them to wear basically a hazmat suit. And you can see how the stuff is packaged per customer. And it's just going to be added to the juice that's going in. Okay, so unhooked from all the other stuff. And next we're going to get, so now the thing is loose here, I'm going to plug in a big syringe and inject a bunch more methyl ethyl bad shit in there. So here's the syringe full of, what is the syringe full of? Floflox?
Fluorosil.
Fluorosil. And that's what's also in the pump when you connect the pump on? Or is that
same
a different
thing? Yep.
The same thing.
This is a bolus dose, and that's a slower dose.
So this is, yeah, just a bunch goes in all at once, and then over the next 2 days the pump provides a bunch more. Okay, and here comes the pump installation, and you kind of see what's in there. There's a bag of stuff and a pump underneath of it there, and that's what dispenses the product. And then this part here we'll just connect. All right. Okay, so here's where we hook the pump up to the port. Right there. And we turn it on, and we get to wear this for 2 days. Big fun. So as far as the nuts and bolts of the chemotherapy, it's pretty basic stuff. Like I've shown you, you get a port installed. They do that to reduce the amount of times they got to stick you in the arm to pull blood or to give you to give the other doses of treatment. I'm currently receiving a dose right now. I have the port. I'm plugged into my port, and I've got an electronic pump that's pumping it in. After they give you a big dose. In my case, a big dose on Monday. They put this device on me, and then on Wednesday they take this device off. So it runs for 48 hours basically and continues to pump in chemo over the 48 hours, and then I get to wait 2 weeks until I get my final dose of chemotherapy. Some of the symptoms now, with each progressive treatment, the symptoms of, the side effects of the treatment become a little more pronounced, at least in my case, and I believe, according to my doctors, that's pretty much what they expect to have happen. The purpose of the chemotherapy in my case was to reduce the tumor down in size enough to where they'd have a better outcome on surgery. So we'll get in one more treatment, which happens in another 2 weeks. Then we will get another CAT scan or MRI and determine whether they were successful in reducing the size of the tumor before we go to surgery, and then that should be the final stage for me. Do the surgery, remove it, and all goes well, and then I'm basically cancer-free again and go back to heavy training and running races again. So definitely looking forward to this being over. It's not a real pleasant experience. So back to the side effects. So the side effects, there's a lot of side effects that they list. In my case, the side effects that I've experienced are basically no taste in my mouth, and during the course of the 2 weeks in between treatments, I get like a burning sensation in my mouth, cold liquids especially, hard to swallow because it's like a tingling electric shock sensation in your mouth. Kind of get over it after you start drinking something, but it's pretty interesting when it first happens, and develop some kinds of like thrush kind of sores in my mouth, but they also only last a few days and they go away. Pretty obvious, just listening to me, my voice is affected. Usually by day, after the initial dose of treatment, by day 3 or 4, my voice is I kind of sound like RFK Jr. and that kind of goes away over the course of the 2 weeks as well. I get back to normal. That's kind of, and then a new side effect I've had is basically a lot of drainage, kind of a runny nose situation that just persistent and goes on and on and on. Beyond that, more tired. They take a blood test every time so I can see my blood cell count is down, my white cells are down, my red cells are down, everything's down, and so basically my body is they're beating up my body, and it shows. So when it comes to my training, my workouts and stuff, I've still been able to do them in a reduced manner. I haven't been able to be quite anywhere near as intense as I have been in the past, because I just don't have the energy. I can go for a while, but just do not have the energy. And each time it's gotten to where that. At first, it was, by the end of the first week after the dose, I was pretty much felt like I was back to normal and could do whatever I want. This 5 weeks in now, even the last one, 4 weeks in, took almost 2 weeks before I even felt like working out. And since workouts all result in essentially you're stressing your body to get it to grow, to improve, so you're creating small amounts of damage. My body has to heal from that. And under normal circumstances, it heals pretty fast. In a day or two, I can work out again. Right now, it's not healing very fast, so workouts are very much reduced. If I get in 1 or 2 workouts in between doses, I'm feeling like I'm accomplishing something. So we'll see how this one goes. Whether the last one, like I said, was very, very tiring. I think I got in 2 workouts during that last one, and both of them were pretty exhausting and harder than normal by a significant stretch. So the other side effects, the biggest ones are I have the feeling in my fingers and even in my feet a little bit now of kind of an electric sensation, especially when you touch something cold or hot. Anything, it feels good to be warm more than it does to be cold, but it's just a sensation like that causes problems, like even for me to cut up a salad if I've got cold vegetables where it's very hard. I almost have to use an oven mitt or something to hold on to a tomato to slice it, just because there's that tingling. It's painful. That also reduces over the 2 week period between treatments. This last time it pretty much went away. This time it came on a little faster, and so right now it's pretty intense. And then last but not least, there's muscle cramping, which I wasn't really. Muscle cramping and bruising, really easy bruising. that happens as a result of this stuff. The muscle cramping is just like if I'm not moving for very long and I get up, my calves are like just kind of cramped up and really tight, and even my hands are starting to cramp up a little bit now, to where it's hard to hold on to the mouse to even do these videos when I'm doing the editing on these videos. So another interesting side effect, but again, most of the stuff will probably go away. So it's really just, for me, it's just a matter of gutting it out through the course of the treatment, and then hopefully everything will get better. So if you're going through this yourself, hopefully this is helpful, and you can at least have a good idea what to expect. It's not the worst thing in the world. Colon cancer is probably the most common cancer, and they're pretty well versed in how to deal with it, how to take care of it. If you're in pretty good shape, I think you probably have the likelihood of a good outcome. If you're not in pretty good shape, I would be very vigilant about your diet. Sugar is a bad thing for all cancer. Sugar is one of the big things that I think causes a lot of cancer in people, because we have so much sugar in our diet and everything. All the processed foods we don't even realize it. That's a big factor. So stay away from sugars. Get a lot of protein so you don't have muscle wasting problems, and work out. Get as much physical activity as you can. And if you are watching this and you haven't been diagnosed with cancer, I'd certainly recommend, if you're over 40, to make sure you get a colonoscopy. Would have saved me a lot of headache if I'd have done that earlier, and particularly be aware of the impact of your diet and your lifestyle on the potential for you to get something like this. Now, I had a very active physical lifestyle, so it wasn't that was my challenge. It was definitely dietary, because I was so physically active. I could eat whatever I wanted without getting fat. So I certainly ate way more sugar and crap and alcohol and stuff than I should have, and so my bad. Don't let it be your bad. As always, I appreciate your views. I appreciate your comments in the section below. And if you like it, or you feel this is information that's valuable for someone else that you know, please share it and subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep producing content. And again, thanks for watching.